This is Dr. Arpana Chaturvedi from the Department of Information Technology. The subject which I am taking is Programming and Problem Solving through Python. In this, today we talk about Python identifiers. So basically an identifier is a user-defined name which represents a variable or a function or a class or a module. It is any name which is given to either a variable or function you are defining or a class you are defining, methods you are defining, or any kind of object. It is basically a programmable entity in Python, that is one with a name. And the name given to a fundamental building block in a program is also said to be identifier in Python. So in this, basically, if we see that what are the different rules which we have to obey to give the name of identifier, whatever identification we are giving to anything, either it is a class, object, or variable, or method. So we have to actually follow 5 rules. First is a Python identifier can be combined uh, or can be written or mentioned in the form of a combination of lowercase letter or uppercase letter. You can use digits also or underscore also. So except apart from this lowercase letters, uppercase letters, digits and underscore, we should not use any other special character. So some valid names, if you just check it out, I have given over here. I've started with lowercase letter. It can start with uppercase letter also. All the combination of upper and lowercase letters are over here. Here I have used number also, started with lowercase letter, and underscore I have used over here. Here 2 underscore symbols I have used, and all are in small case. And we can use uppercase letter also. Second rule says that whenever I am giving the name of an identifier, I should never ever start with digit. If I start it with digit, it will not be going to be a valid identifier name. I can start it with underscore, no issues in that. After underscore, I can give a name of a number, but I cannot start it with number. So we have to be very much careful about this. Then, whenever I am giving a name, I cannot use special symbols except underscore. Any of the special symbols, these are only very few, but what are the special symbols you are aware of, you cannot use while giving a name to the identifier. Few are given over here. Then my fourth rule is we cannot use a keyword as an identifier. Whatever reserved words are over there in Python, those can't be used as an identifier. An identifier can be long as you want. According to the docs, you can have identifier of infinite length. So as per the PEP standard, if you say a set of rule that you should limit all lines to a maximum of 79 characters. But it is suggested that whenever you are giving a name of identifier, it should be small, it should be meaningful, it should start with alphabet or with underscore, and no other special characters are allowed except underscore. Numbers can be used but later on, not in the first position. So remember these are rules. So if we talk about lexical definition in Python identifier, so it is all like this: identifier colon we use double colon equals to should start with letter or with underscore, letter or with, you can say, this is a first position. In first position we can have letter, should start with letter or underscore, then anything can come combination of letter, digit or underscore. So that is why it is written it has to begin with a letter or an underscore. Letter, digits or underscore may follow after that. If we talk about letter, when give lexical definition, so we can say that letter can be in lowercase or in uppercase. Lowercase, these are the lowercase letters. Uppercase, these are the uppercase letters. Digits 0 to 9. So any combination of these can be used over here. See some best practices for identifier in Python. We should follow while using identifier in Python. Those are, we should begin class name with an uppercase letter. and begin all other identifier with lowercase letters, so that whenever you write a program you can recognize that the identifier whose name has started from uppercase is the name of a class, and others are simple other identifiers, might be a name of a variable or a method. Then we should begin private identifiers with an underscore. Note that this doesn't make a variable private but discourages the user from attempting to access it. That's it. Then put underscore around names of magic methods. Use leading and trailing doubles underscores. Avoid doing this to anything else, so that we will able to recognize that these are the magic methods where I have used toys underscore. Use leading double underscore only when dealing with manglings. Then prefer using names longer than one character hyphen index equals to 1 is better than I equals to 1. So you should remember this thing कि whenever you are using names longer than one character, then it should be like it should not be like this कि I equals to 1. It should be something like, you can say the position whatever the character is there, then minus the index position. You can use underscore to combine words in an identifier, like this underscore is underscore n underscore identifier. So in this way you can combine the, if you want to give a name to the identifier a bigger name, then you should use multiple underscore as a separator amongst the words. Python is case sensitive. That's why you should very much aware, like be careful while using the name of an identifier. It's better you should use camel case for naming, and it's good like if you're using camel case. So like camel case is combination of small and upper letters. So one word you can write in small, and while starting another word you can make use of capital letter at the start, like my where one. Here V is capital, O is capital, or you can keep all the first letter as capital of all the words my where one. You should test the validity of identifier also. How you can test? For this we can make use of keyword.isKeyword. It will check whether the keyword is there or not. The keyword module lets us determine whether a string is a keyword. It has two functions. First is keyword.isKeyword. If S is a Python keyword, it will return true, because we have passed S over here and we are checking that whether S is a keyword or not. And second is keyword.kwlist. It returns a sequence holding all keywords the interpreter understands. The list of entire keywords will come to know that what all keywords are over there which Python supports. And coming back to is keyword S, it returns true if the string S is reserved word, otherwise false. Now see how we can test the validity of identifier. We can test the identifier validity just to show that whether the keyword is whether the variable I have passed is a keyword or not. And for this I have just tried over here. This is the example which is shown over here. I said keyword dot is keyword and I mentioned return. So return is a keyword, it has returned true. And here I am checking whether underscore dollar is a keyword or not, so it is returning me false. And for this I have imported a module, that is import keyword. So these are few more examples. I checked dollar, it is false. 99, it's returning true. Then I'm checking 9 lives, then it is false because it has started from 9. 9.5, okay, it is false. These all are not identifier. I can check the identifier writing mentioning the string dot as identifier also. So it validates whether it is a valid string identifier or not. Then for reserved classes of Python identifier, there are some classes have spatial meaning and they identify them. We use pattern of leading and trailing underscore, like single leading underscore. We use this identifier to store the result of last evaluation in the interactive interpreter. This result is always stored in underscore built-in underscore module. And importing a module as from module import star does not import such private variables. Similarly, leading and trailing underscores. So these are system defined names which are interpreted by the interpreter. A class can implement operations to be identified by spatial syntax using methods with spatial name. Consider this an attempt at operator overloading in Pythonic fashion. One such spatial magic method is underscore get item underscore parenthesis. Then xi is equal to x underscore get item underscore I. So these are some magic methods which are used to set the names of the class, where Python may be extended later on. Needing double underscore, these are class private names. Within a class definition, the interpreter rewrites such a name to avoid name clashes between the private attributes and derived classes. So these are some assignments which you can do, like you can just work on that, find out what are the identifiers in Python, what are valid identifiers, give some example of identifiers, reserved classes of Python identifiers, and some rules of naming identifiers in Python. So this is all for today. Thank you. See you in another class.